Peace, 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 peace. Once again, Spider Trinidadian. We are outside with it. Once again in my backyard. We out here with the dogs, man. We out here with the dogs and stuff. And for a monster. The boy. Alright, get off. Alright. Once again, Spider Trinidadian. Peace to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses worldwide. Just come on to tell my peoples on Spider Trinity TV real quick, just real fast, that whatever you're doing in life, make sure you love what you do. Make sure you love it in a sense where it don't feel like work to you. You know, a lot of times we will go through life and endure careers and have degrees, and we don't love it. We know that it can make us $1, but we don't really fully, authentically love it, right? So, if you are in tune with this channel, that means that you are somewhat of on my frequency and on my vibration. I'm a life path number 6, and if you look up a life path number 6 duties, and it could be a boy or a girl, no matter race or gender, whatever. If you were 6, you were 6. I just happen to be a male. You know what I mean? A life path number 6 as a male. You know what I mean? Who knows about Dominica? So I hear my dad was from Dominica. He was Spanish, and mixed up with that, not Dominican Republic, Dominica. It's a big difference, trust me. And my mom was Trinidadian, so that's why I have some Dominican blood in me, and Trinidadian and some other stuff. I didn't even go on Ancestry.com to figure out who am I. So the whole thing of Spider Trinidadian came about is because I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, specifically Tobago. But I just say Trinidad and Tobago because it's a twin island. You gotta respect the sister island, right? So I'm originally from Mount Hope, Tobago, but not from, but I was born there. My grandpa lived by the airport. You know what I mean? In Aroka or Aruka. So Spider Trinidadian came about. He used to call me Thunderbird. I might have to mix that in with one of my nicknames. But shouts out to my grandpa Cyril Pierre, man. He used to call me Thunderbird, man. Throw me up in the air, make me fly, and be like Thunderbird. He's like, you know what I mean? I had so much fun times with that guy. From what I can remember, he saw that I was activated at a really early. I started talking like around, literally at 2 years old and stuff, man. I was like, fully conscious of things, and I absorbed my environment. That's all I knew. So I used to climb the mango trees, man. I used to be up so high in the mango trees, and I used to pick up all the mangoes and shake them down. And I realized I was so high, so I used to be so scared to drop down. Boy, jump down! I'm gonna catch you. Jump down! And I'll be like, oh shit! I was like a cat. I think that's why my name is Felix, because I used to go up the tree so fast. But when it was time to come back down, I was scared. I was like, yo, yeah. So my middle name is Felix. So that shows my my Dominica ancestor side. You know what I mean? So. So I tell myself, we always know what we need to do as far as just our main mission. It's an internal thing. It's not a thing where somebody can say, hey, this is what you need to do. You know this by being an internal being, because we're not our bodies. We're spiritual people having I said this so much, man, I can't even say it no more. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, man. You know what I mean? But this ain't none of this stuff is real. The only thing that's real is your actions or how you contribute to society to make it better and to go your own legacy. Don't you see? It's not about the American dream no more. It's about you building businesses, owning land, spreading messages, being a mentor, being a leader. You ever seen Lion King? Well, that's similar to my story. Just call me Simba. And Mufasa told me to turn up. That was his last word, telling me to turn up. And he wasn't the only one. There's a lot of men that were older than me that told me to hold down the fort. Shouts out to John Patrick Stackpole. That's my father-in-law. He told me to hold down the fort, meaning hold down the fortitude, the mental asylum, baby. You know what I mean? Keep fighting a good fight. He was the original Spider-Man. I'm like Miles Morales here, I swear. You know what I mean? Shouts out to him, man. John Patrick Stackpole. He was a model, actor, father, husband. You know what I mean? He's a real good dude, man. I got to meet him before he passed away, and we had great conversations. He kept telling me about how I should start acting and modeling, and I, I told him, I said, man, I don't do that stuff. I mean, I ain't no pretty boy, man. And then he had passed away, and in his honor, I went in for my first audition during the pandemic on the online audition screen, and booked my flight to California. I won my first audition, and then when I went out there, I won 2 gold medals. So I was like, man, the whole time I could have activated myself, man. Why did I ain't do this before? You know what I mean? So we wouldn't know after, like, most of the time we won't understand the fact that we have these gifts until someone comes along and activates you and tell you that, listen, you can do it. And there's certain signs and, like, things that will come along your path to show you that you're on the right path, which this video is about. It's about 5 signs that will let you know that you're on the right path. And these signs come in, it could come in anything, animals, you know what I mean, places, insects. But I'm putting insects within this video, so stick tuned to the end of the video. I got a surprise, because I'm going to let you know about 5 signs, 5 strange random insects that you will see along your manifestation path. So 5 insects that you will see randomly on your manifestation path, and it's going to let you know that you're aligned and you're doing good. Because I see it all the time. Not only triple numbers and all of that, I see all of that stuff all the time. And I tell myself, like, man, this is deep. This is real deep. So always stick to your main thought. Whatever that first God thought is, that's the thought you need to stick on. Because most of the time, we have carried thoughts from yesterday that don't even serve our highest good. So if we declutter all of that for peace, then we could focus on the things that we need to focus on. See, society right now got people on a wheel. You know what I mean? You work, you do this, you do that. You got no time to even work on yourself. So I want to encourage everybody who watches Spider Trinity Television. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And if you're new here, what I do on this channel is basically mental health awareness, spirituality, and just my perception of things of being, because I am Trinidadian. I want y'all to get that. I am Trinidadian, right? So I grew up in America, specifically New York. So I'm in New York, I'm growing up and stuff, and it's like, this channel is letting you know about what is need to be, you know what I mean, what needs to be said, this is all my conclusion right now during this life of Spider Trinity Television, you know what I mean? So peace to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. Enjoy the video. I got something coming up for you right now. Peace to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses worldwide. You are now tuned back into Spider Trinity Television. Once again, Spider Trinidadian peace. Today I just want to come on and tell my peoples, shouts out to y'all who subscribe to Spider Trinity Television. I appreciate y'all, man. And for that, I got a quick little message for you. Check this out. Be unapologetically yourself, right? Never lower your ability to shine for anyone. Don't let no one project their insecurities on you in order for you to dim your light. This should be your mantra. Repeat this every week. Always make sure you shine bright, even if it feels uncomfortable to people. Make sure you shine so bright that they start to understand the fact that you're involved in a light process. All right? Once again, Spider Trinidadian, peace to the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses worldwide. I just had to come in and tell y'all that real quick. You know what I mean? Before I start this video. Check me out. Keep the vision, even if you don't see it physically. You know what I mean? Keep the vision, because if you don't see it physically, it might be in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, in order for you to, like, obtain your secrets with the key of life that's within you. Everything that you want to know that's out there is within you. right? Which brings me to my next conclusion. Repeat this every week. I don't care what day. Repeat this every every day within a week, sometimes during the week. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. Please make sure you subscribe, like, even share the video. Because as we going into 2026, there's going to be some things that I'm going to be intuitively reporting to the public from my downloads from source. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is a journey. This is far from easy. But for some reason, something's telling me to keep sticking with this. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. Today, I'll be talking about 5 random insects that you will see on your manifestation path. These are the insects that you will see and that will let you know that you're aligned with whatever you're doing. The first insect is moths. If you see any kind of moths, like the other day I had bird moths flying around and stuff. You know what I mean? I was recording it when I was at work and stuff. I was recording the bird moths and stuff. And when you see moths, right, and especially in the evening, like it's confirming strong manifestation alignment. That means that you're aligned. I seen 2 of them, 3 of them out of nowhere, so I already knew I was aligned. So these are the signs so if you see any kind of moths like in the evening time, you know what I mean, you know they come out during the evening and stuff, or at nighttime, that means that you're aligned, man. You know, don't look at it like, oh my God, it's a moth. That means that there is a big alignment with that. All right. Next one is crickets. Crickets. See the crickets. You know, it's a heightened intuition meditation of frequency. So the chirping is the certain frequency that will help you align with the active third eye that you already have. You have the active third eye up there. So the cricket chirping will, that's why sometimes if you go on YouTube, you hear like chirping sounds and stuff like that for relaxation. So the cricket's intuitive ability to chirp, that would activate your third eye. That's why it's so relaxing. The next insect is the dragonfly. The dragonfly is clearing old, outdated energy for new beginnings to happen, like emotional, like sort of like an emotional healing, right? So when you see a dragonfly, stop and think about the past trauma and how you heal from it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes in our life, a lot of times actually, we'll go through life not knowing that we didn't heal from our personal trauma because we didn't deal with the issue. We lock it up in a closet. We don't tell nobody. So definitely, if you see a dragonfly, it's telling you that clear that old stuff out for new things to come in. You know what I mean? You get it? uh, the fourth one is the beetles. The beetles are, when you see a beetle, it's like you're grounded in stability and manifestation. That means you're in divine alignment with precision. So if you see a small beetle, that means that you're gonna win big. If you see the big beetle, that means you're gonna win really big. But if you see a beetle, that means that you're aligned. You see, the beetle goes back into the ancient Kemet text, and they mistaken that for the Cancer sign. But that's a whole nother story. I'm not even. And the last insect you'll see that will align with your manifestation, if you see randomly, is flies. Pay close attention to these flies and where they're buzzing around at you. Now, sometimes people could say, hey, flies are monitoring spirits and all of that. I don't believe that. I think the flies will sense out where the issue is. Like, it's like, pay attention. Sometimes you don't hear the fly buzzing, but when you realize it and it's buzzing, it's, be mindful of where it's buzzing around. Like, is it buzzing around your head? Is it buzzing around your legs? It's letting you know there's energy there that needs to be released. You know what I mean? Like, that you need to check on. You know, so it gets you to focus on what you really need to zero in on. All right. So these are like my 5 insects that I normally see when you're in divine alignment. It's random. There's more insects, but these are like the main insects that I see. Of course, the butterfly and all of that, but I didn't want to do the regular insects like how everybody did it. So those are my 5 insects that you would randomly see when you're in divine alignment. All right. Once again, Spider Trinidadian, make sure you save this video and kind of review it. You know what I mean? And check this video out right there. Peace.